Hey guys, my name is Steve. It's Friday. Thanks so much for checking into MTB. Glad you guys are here. And today, as promised, I have the top list, the number one list of the top three list. The top of the top three lists. There's a lot of top three lists. There's probably a lot of top five lists. I know for sure I've seen a lot of top 10 lists. But this is the top of the top three lists on how to upgrade your existing bike to make it like brand new. Because think about it, you got a frame, you can change like everything on your bike and it's still your bike. Like it's still the same bike. Like I got my brand new Ibis Ripmo here, I'm super jazzed about. I can change everything on this bike almost. I got the frame, it's still gonna be an Ibis Ripmo. But I changed that frame, I've got a new bike. So number one, top of the top three list. The number one thing is tires. Wah, 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 wah. Tires. This is the Schwalbe Knobby Neck. Great tire. And this is the tire that changed my previous bike. My first sort of like starter bike I had, the tires were horrendous, like horrible. I couldn't understand. I was like slipping on everything. The slightest bit of like rain or mud or dirt or dust even like on the trail, and I was like just sliding out. And we've got a lot of pine straw around here, which is not your friend no matter what kind of tires you have. It's like super slick. I don't know what kind of special secret ingredient is on those tires, on that material, but man, pine straw is slick. So kind of like was driving me nuts. And then I kind of just started doing some research and found I needed new tires, like no question about it. First thing I did was I changed the tires. I put these tires on here. The tires come in a couple of different classes, or let's just call them different like weights. You know, they have different levels of weight and they have different levels of like construction. And so basically you have 4 levels of construction. I'm not going to get into because different manufacturers call them different things. Like, so this is Schwalbe and they do something called EVO. You have Maxxis and they have an EXO. They have all these different names. It doesn't matter. It boils down to the construction and the intended use of the tire. So we'll start at the top. We have got downhill. Crazy heavy tires that are made to take like a beating at like 30-40 miles an hour down a screaming hill on sharp rocks. You don't want that tire to blow out. That's the heaviest. So then we have like sort of like a enduro downhill. That's kind of like somewhere pretty heavy still. It's really not made for doing a lot of climbing, but you can do some climbing on it. Then you probably have like that middle of the road where you have like a trail enduro. That's probably like the most popular tire you're going to be out there. That's probably equal to like this EVO or an EXO. And then you have a cross country to trail. That's going to be a super light tire, and those are tires you're going to kind of watch for when you're buying them, because you'll see these tires all of a sudden it's like super cheap. Why? Because it probably has a really light casing. So it's the least material used to make it. So just something to kind of consider. This is an EVO, and I happen to pick these up right around Christmas time for some crazy deal I found through Worldwide Cyclery. I'm not getting paid by anything by anybody, by the way. Just different people, different manufacturers and companies and businesses that I use, and they've been phenomenal. You can actually just call those guys up. They'll help you out with stuff. Kind of like Jensen USA also, very similar. You have a problem with something, you have a question about something, before you just buy it and don't know and get it and it's not the right thing, just call them. They're there to help you and they're happy to help you. So this tire was number 1 on my list. I picked it up. This was some crazy deal at Christmas time for like 13 bucks. So I got 2 tires delivered from over the, across the world, basically for like 30 bucks. Killer deal. Number 1 was tires. Number 2. Number 2 is pedals. Now I'm going to do a little bit of combo here and throw something in here that's kind of just, I'm assuming you've got sneakers of some type. These are just the 510s. This is kind of their real random kind of average do-it-all model. And I'm just pointing out the bottom of these because if you've got some really good pedals with little cleats on them or little like stubs and nubs and stuff, they're going to dig into the bottom of the shoe. So you got a bike that came with pedals, throw them away. Just throw them away right now. Go right now and do it. I'll wait for you. Go. You done? Okay, cool. Good. You got rid of the junk that came on your bike. So you really want to get a pair of good pedals. So here, clip, cutaway, wah, to the Chester, race face Chesters. That's what I'm using. There's tons of them out there. Lots and lots of different manufacturers make them. This is just what I use. This is what I like. You get what you like. It doesn't matter, but make sure they look something like this pedal. Got little cleats, little stubs, little nubs. They're basically just like little tiny screws that come up through the pedal, and you can actually adjust them up and down. And they're great. They're going to bite into the bottom of the shoe. You're going to feel like you're glued on your bike. It's amazing. You're doing jumps. You get the chattery stuff when you start going down a hill real fast. These are going to keep you on your bike. You're going to feel so much more confident riding. Get some new pedals on your bike. Just do it. If you want to go up a whole nother notch, take these, get sneakers just like these, and they've got little cutouts on the bottom. They're called clipless pedals. They've got a little mount on the bottom that clips onto your bike, and you literally lock in your shoe to the pedal. Brilliant. That's a whole nother level. If you want to go to that level, then you're way better than I am. I'm a little scared of those, but anyway. So get a pair of, you get some decent sneakers. You can use any sneakers, and they're gonna just feel so much better on their bike. So we've got sneakers and clips and stuff too. Number 3. Here we go. Number 3. Number 3. 3 of the top 3. This is number 3. Get some good grips on your bike. These are, this is, by the way, this is what's the remainder of my last bike that was crushed on the back of my car in an accident. This is all that's left. The bar, the stem, and these grips. These are by Top Cabin, these grips. These are really good grips. I really was happy with them. I had some really junky ones that came on the bike. My hands are always hurting. I got these are like, and these are not expensive grips. I think these grips were like 25 bucks maybe, but what a difference they made. They screw on. This collar here screws right on, and man, they just made such a difference in my riding. I really felt confident and glued in. So get some really good grips. There's tons of different grips out there. You can spend anywhere from $20 to $100 on grips, and you know what matters the most? What you like. What feels right for you. There's fat grips, there's thinner grips, there's hard grips, there's soft and mushy grips. It doesn't matter. Find grips that work for you, and then love them, and change them out, about once a year or so, because they get beat on and they do wear, and the compounds break down on these things. So about once a year, you probably want to be changing out your grips. So just throwing it out there. And then number 4, there's a bonus. I know I said there's only 3. I know, I'm sorry, but there's 4, and 4 is a bonus. So, you're welcome. Now this is a little bit higher. So here's what I'm thinking. You've got a bike, maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's a little bit more, but probably you got a beginner bike out there. It's like between $800 and $400. It's what it is. It's getting you out on a trail, and that's what matters. You're riding. But one of the things you've discovered that you didn't get on your bike was a dropper post. You're like, wait a minute, dropper posts are like $1 million, right? Yeah, there are some that are really expensive, like $350 and up. I know that. Fox makes some phenomenal dropper posts that are like, but they're like $350. If you got the money, great. But you're probably, going to put that to a new bike first. P&W has a renewal program right now, meaning they're taken back and they're given a credit to their customers that are exchanging a existing dropper for a brand new dropper. And then P&W is reconditioning those to brand new, just about. Then they're reselling them for like 30 and 40% off. So if you get one of their droppers that are like normally like $140, and you take that off, you're at about $100. This is where you should splurge. I'm telling you, if you're riding out there, this little feature, I don't know if you can see this, hopefully you can, being able to just hit this little knob down here and this little seat just goes whoop. That's amazing. That's life-changing. It adds to your ride time, no question about it, and comfort, and it's actually a safety issue as a way, because I don't want to stop. I'm riding, my seat's up, I want to keep going. Stop, undo the latch, drop the seat, line up, it's not straight, line it back up, tighten the strap down, and then go. Oh, we're at the bottom of the hill now. Oh, now we got to put the seat back up. Undo the latch, lift it up. Oh, it's too high, is it too low? That's perfect. Line it up, tighten it again, and go. It's a waste of time. It disrupts your ride. It's a pain in the butt. So if for about $100, you can pick up one of these droppers from PNW. I will leave a link in the description below to that program and like exactly where you can find it. Hopefully that helps out. I hope. That's just a little bonus I wanted to throw in there, because really, if I could, I'd put actually the dropper for me almost at number 1, just because of the impact it's had on my riding, how much more I enjoy riding. That is just makes me so happy. Just click that little lever and that seat comes up or goes down for me, and you just keep riding, so your ride isn't interrupted. So anyway, thank you guys. That's your top 3 with 1 bonus for today, Friday. And just want to ask you guys, if you haven't yet, hey, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying these videos. You've been watching them a couple weeks now or days, or maybe you just found me today and you think, hey, this guy isn't bad. You know, click that little subscribe button. Right next to that, there's a little bell. Everybody forgets about the bell. That bell means that you'll get a notification every time I post something new, so you don't miss any of these wonderful little contributions to humanity. Appreciate you guys chopping in today here. Stop in any time. I'm here all the time, virtually on SAMTB on YouTube. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the trail. Have a good day.